Hi, it's Joey and today I'm going to be watching Naomi Season 1 Episode 5 Shadow Ridge. I am so excited. This show was off air for 2 weeks and it felt like a much longer time, and I've missed these characters. I'm just excited to jump back into this world and to keep exploring. A reminder that as always you can find the unedited version of this reaction in my Patreon. There's something I try and remember to say towards the end of every month is if you're thinking of joining my Patreon or anybody's patrons, probably wait until, you know, be aware that you get charged the day you sign up and then again on the first of the month to prevent people like scamming and, you know, signing up to something and then quitting before the payday, etc. I wish it could be set up in some way that just like if you join on the 23rd, you pay on the 23rd for every time, but that's not how Patreon works. So just when it's the end of the month, be aware of that for all patrons. And yes, without further ado, let's go.
To Spain? Damn, Nathan saved something for the second date.
Driving you mad.
So cute.
It is this feeling that has brought you to me.
Here we go.
Meditation. Congratulations. You just completed your first meditation practice.
How long was that?
It's a hard thing to do, but I'm very proud of
Your
you.
thoughts.
I think I prefer boxing.
So do I.
Kept having all these thoughts.
That is the point of meditation.
It's healthy to face
I've
things.
also been having some dreams.
What kind
I
of dream?
really love how much she does trust him and like lets him in.
I'm back on the soccer field.
Fear is a very powerful emotion.
Yes,
I've never been that scared before.
I know.
It will get better. I promise.
Especially as now she could potentially like tell her parents about it. She doesn't have to suffer alone. But you're doing everything right, sweetheart.
This weekend is about fun. No bounty hunters, no power.
But if a bounty hunter comes, she'll be, will Dee be able to sense it and come and help? Because she's going to get to the point where any bounty hunter had better be scared. But she's a baby at the beginning of her journey.
Not sure it worked. I am so shipping this.
They're so cute. They're driving jeeps to the camp. That is very weird.
Hi.
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 You think this place has mint chip?
Boys on one side, girls on the other, chaperones.
I mean, at least it's not like tents. It could be worse.
You'll be getting all head off into the
Oh
woods
no.
to pitch our tents.
I was just saying it's good that there were no tents.
And as always,
Moonshine Jimmy's spirit never left these woods. Once the moon is up.
I don't believe in ghosts or anything like that, even remotely. But I would still be like, well, I'm going home now, thanks. Let's not tempt fate. Why would...
Did you hear that?
Only one thing you can do.
I hate things like that so much.
I called you in here because you are the best at what you do.
Oh,
My
God.
team, that's because we recently discovered the artifact.
Oh, God. We know nothing. Fucking hell.
Because hanging out.
Does he want to make sure she's all in and comfortable so he could be all in too?
And you kind of just broke up with me, and I never understood why.
What the fuck?
Are you okay? What happened?
He just...
Saw Moonshine Jimmy.
Jesus, what the fuck is going on here? Because he did not seem okay.
I saw this light. Like
Alien
the rocks
activity?
and the trees were glowing.
Because like
clear.
that person who found
Like
the
bioluminescence.
crash as a kid had like a weird moment afterwards, didn't he?
Who could have been out there?
That's what I'm gonna find out. And I was hoping that you
She
might
loves a good
help me.
investigation.
Of course I'll help. I'm in.
We'll all help.
What was her name?
Belinda. Sad story. That's how I knew you had allergies. Same thing happened to her.
No way it was allergies. She had a...
It's just outside of camp.
Why would you tell these teenagers this?
Before you come back and see me. Have a good day.
You could have been more discreet.
And you could have told me about your visit from the bounty hunter. Naomi came to me. She was gonna learn the truth eventually.
We had a deal. You broke
Oh, fuck. What was their deal? Dee, what was the deal? Do you know more than you're letting
Still
on?
here.
What is their past? I don't like this Dee. What was your deal with him?
Should be up ahead.
Was it
This is like a
ultimately to protect Naomi?
The
Or
Witcher. No wait,
Don't be evilly sinister.
I don't know if I'm excited.
Because it feels like you might be avoiding me.
I'm not.
The big emotional
helping
conversations
us,
are scary,
There it
sweetheart.
is.
You have to have them.
It's like
Someone's coming. Hurry.
Like a murdery ghost?
Director Richard.
You're the reason we're here in the first place.
No one twisted your arm.
Guys,
Chill.
I mean, he should be helping with the cleaning too.
You know what this means.
We can't jump to conclusions. If Steele suspected us, he wouldn't have called you in to help.
Or would
Unless it's a
he?
test.
We don't have many options here.
We just want to protect their
We
baby.
could leave.
That's so suspicious though.
We'll protect her,
Oh, I'm so stressed about how this is all gonna
no
go.
matter what it takes.
I just want her to talk to me about some of those things.
I get that,
No, for
sweetheart.
real, like,
Doesn't do things lightly. She chose you. She kissed you. That
Bare photos! But it does. Though it's hard
Belinda was
when,
keeping tabs on
you know, he thought everything was going so well before and everything, he was like, our first love and everything's so perfect. And then she broke up with him out of the blue and truly meant it when she said, oh, it's not you, I just end it. Like, you know, it's hard to trust again, even if you do trust her with everything.
That Nathan and I, we've been talking again, and I really don't want to make this weird.
I know you kissed him. Everybody knows it's high school.
How did everyone find out? But I guess
really
someone
didn't
saw
want
them.
this to be weird.
It's not. He's not the only thing out there.
Okay. But now be respectful.
Yeah, good.
Oh, these two together, I don't like this. I don't know enough about them. And
Not who I am anymore.
I so want to know Dee's history. So.
Portoswego.
There is such history here. I need it.
Bounty hunters. This planet's made you soft.
Maybe he's evolving, unlike some people.
Using it to mess with the ecosystem in the forest.
The people at the camp.
Probably one of the counselors.
Ooh, camp conspiracy.
We don't know that for sure.
Wait, Nathan, stop. Take one big step back.
Get home, we can call the police.
Oh, he's gonna sneak out anyway.
I thought we were in this together. I guess I was wrong.
I suppose it's a little bit like when it's important to Naomi, they all go along with it, but this is important to him and they're not. But they need to talk about it more.
So once we're in, we'll be fine. But we should hurry.
Oh, don't, what are you doing?
Like it before.
I'm so stressed.
The age of the artifact?
I'm sorry. What does that have to do with your work?
This has been very helpful. We'll get out of your way.
Thank you for your time.
No, you need to answer him because he could raise, they were here and they were acting fucking weird questions. You need to say, oh, well, you know, maybe nothing, but sometimes learning more about the origin of a thing can help you kind of like piece things back together, go back. Like, I mean, just make up some fucking waffle. I don't care. But just that was the most suspicious leaving ever.
Maybe not for someone with powers.
She hasn't learned to control them yet, though. Not all the way.
You Thanagarians are all the same. Peacekeeping, all you bring is war.
Okay, well, he's clearly got himself out of that.
That wasn't so hard, was it?
Very stressed.
There are two ways to deal with fear.
She's gonna face her fear by facing the danger that's here. She's gonna run into Anthony. Boy, on his way to. Oh, there are lights on that. Doesn't that suggest someone's around? Oh!
What are you doing here?
Looking for proof.
What if this is like a secret military thing and then the alien's just walking into the military thing? And the door's closing behind them. I think she broke the lock though. Oh gosh. It's affecting him, but not her.
Come on, let's get you out of here.
Yes, yes, yes. Are they putting it into the water or something?
It's locked.
Oh god.
Someone would come.
Where?
Jesus.
This element works quickly on humans. Not so much on people like me, or people like you.
Is he gonna remember? Is he gonna remember that, or is he too out of it to notice? Did he leave his camera and fuck? Where's the guy gone?
You were pretty out of it. Do you remember anything?
Yeah.
Not much.
What if he does
I
and he just
remember
doesn't want
being down in the
to know
basement
before
and
she
finding
knows?
that next thing I remember is waking up outside the cabin.
Convenient, but also plausible.
I like to approach linguistics challenge.
I don't say that meaning I think he's gonna secretly hoard the information and reveal her or anything. Just more, I don't know, like maybe if you figured out your friend was an alien or had something weird about them, would you wait for them to tell you rather than
Just by
force the
comparing
knowledge on
to
them?
existing languages.
Material analysis also supports that conclusion.
They did it. But do they know they're doing it?
This would be our breakthrough.
Are you a suspicious, sir? What happened? Dee, what was your deal with Zombardo?
He will take him to the Phantom Zone. Did
Harsh.
you find out who sent him?
There is another name on the list that will be of interest to you.
His girlfriend?
Q Allah.
What is the history here? Go away, Mr. Suspicious, sir. Now he's suspiciously suspicious of you.
I broke up with you before because I was afraid.
She's getting real.
I wanted to tell you, I'm still afraid.
That's really important. You face that fear.
But I'm more.
This is good. If
afraid
any teenager watched
of
this,
not
maybe
trying.
they'll realise they can be more open with their emotions. Starting a real relationship is scary. Oh, you're doing it.
The real version?
They're so sweet. I had reservations about him in the first episode when he was being all jealous boy. But I think underneath, oh, there's a good little heart. This was a fantastic episode. I love how they interweave the kind of high school shenanigans that you, like, you know, high school camps and teen love triangle, although no, there's not really a triangle, but more, you know, tentative triangles and all that kind of stuff with the wider alien plot and everything. I love that this is a world where people don't know about aliens, but there are many different species of aliens living on the world. It's kind of like Supergirl's world from Supergirl, but people didn't know that there were loads of aliens, or before they knew there were loads of aliens everywhere. And it's so interesting to me, especially as Port Oswego seems to be a real... It seems to have drawn a lot of aliens to it. The camp, you know, usual camp scary stories and shady things going on, and the kids like Nancy drawing it around looking for things. I did really, really enjoy that. I also enjoyed the way we are exploring Naomi's emotions. You know, when we first met her, I was like, well, this girl seems like she's got it all, but under the surface, no one feels that perfect all the time. No one's life is as perfect as they seem. And I think it's important for this show to articulate to teenagers that the first time you start a real relationship, that is going to be scary because it means something. You know, you really like this person and you're starting to talk about the things that matter, and your heart could get broken or it could go horribly wrong. You could ruin the friendship that was there before. There are so many different things that it's really important that she faced that fear head on and she told him about it. She didn't try to pretend, oh, now I'm not scared. She was honest. She was like, oh, I still feel that fear, but I fear it's worth doing. And I thought that was really important. I also like the fact that, you know, I feel like this show so far at least is doing quite a good job of having healthy relationship conversations all around, because it's not always perfect. You know, Naomi didn't handle this situation particularly perfectly, but she did her best, and at the end she pulled it through. You know, she didn't tell Anthony before he'd found out, but she did tell him because she kind of knew that there was potential, and he thought there'd been that date that time, and that she kind of does like him a bit, and maybe if she wasn't already having feelings elsewhere, she could have developed something there. And, you know, I like that he basically took it well. He didn't necessarily need to say, I just want you to know there's other things out there, because, like, she knows. But, you know, so he didn't take it perfectly, but he did take it well. Her best friend, like, I just think they're really showing these teenagers in a way that you hope other kids are like. That they make mistakes, they mess up, they do the wrong thing, they let their fear guide them, but ultimately they talk about it with each other. They let those emotional vulnerabilities come out even when it's scary. So I really did enjoy that. And what was going on with why was it in the water, or how did it get around the campsite and everything. Yeah, a lot of, I mean, what was that guy doing with those crystals? And now the military have the crystals and the symbols. Stressful. And other parents, I want to scream at them. Like, why don't we make ourselves look as shifty as freaking possible? It would have been less shifty to fucking leave. how did he know for sure that there weren't cameras down there? I thought it was bad enough when they acted really shifty around the guy, and then he was like, wait, well, how will this help your research? And if it really would, you say, well, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but, you know, if we can know the origin of if we know the time period it dates from and the origin of the material, that can help us to place it, and you know, I could come up with some kind of waffle about why it would help my linguistics work. But just been like, oh, I won't keep it, bye. You didn't answer my question. And then they clearly swapped the sample out. She clearly lied about what it meant. They are onto them, which means they're going to be watching them and they may well find Naomi. And I don't know what this type of military is doing. They seem to have a very xenophobic, like, we're scared of aliens type of angle. But if they find out, oh, this alien is this A-star valedictorian candidate, are they going to be like, swoop in, get her? Or are they going to be like, meh, she's doing alright? You don't know. And if they find out about people like Dee, what will they do to them? I'm so stressed. I get why they did what they did, and I pray that they've not let their guard down, that they haven't decided, like, phew, we did that. They need to stay on alert for as long as it takes, because this is freaking terrifying. Would you suspect it was their daughter? I don't know that you, it's just stressful, okay? Then we come to the bit that has got me the most intrigued this episode, which was Dee and Zimbardo. Is his name right? Because my name, I really want to call Anthony Andrew, but I think his name is Anthony. And Zimbardo, I'm like, I think that's his name. They know each other, you know, not just as in, oh, we're two aliens who live in the same town and have an interest in this girl, one to help her, one to use her or whatever. They know each other. They made a deal. Was that deal that they would protect Naomi, or maybe Dee would protect her from afar but not do anything, not interact with her? But Zimbardo's clearly not too bothered about that, because he could have made a big deal about it. What was the deal? And is Naomi aware that they share that history and that past, that they have a past? Enough that Zimbardo could think that name will mean something to him. They know each other. That is, I mean, I don't know, it's not, shouldn't really be mind-blowing to me. And maybe you're going to be like, Joy, no, they literally told us this before. But to me now, my brain is like, what? And I worry that if at some point it comes out to Naomi that Zimbardo and Dee know each other, that Dee has this history, made a deal with him that was potentially a deal to do with Naomi. I feel like maybe it was a deal that was like, I stay out of your way, you stay out of mine, and he views Naomi as being part of his way, maybe. But yeah, there is a history there, which doesn't that also suggest that Dee does know more about who Naomi is alien species wise and where she came from? If he knows about who Zimbardo is, he knows that he calls himself royalty, he knows, like, he does have that information. And is it a case of he wants to not tell Naomi so he can protect her from the truth because he thinks it's going to hurt her? Does he think she'll leave and go back? I don't think Dee has any bad intentions. I don't think he would do anything to hurt Naomi. I think we have seen that he has truly changed from whatever he used to be like. From the sounds of it, he grew up, he was raised in a very domineering, militaristic, colonially peacekeeping empire, you know. He grew up in a place that wasn't well, but maybe Zorella, his girl, his lady, his woman, I don't know. Maybe she helped him to see another way of life, and he's very clearly abandoned that way of life. You know, now he lives a quiet life as a tattoo artist, he draws, he meditates. He's not going around trying to peacekeep, he only fights when he has no other choice. And I've really enjoyed that about Dee. Finding out more about his history, I am so here for. We found out the name of his race, we found out a little bit more about them, and that just makes me want, you know, I want to watch a show about how Dee overcame his struggles and became the man he is now, okay? Like, I love Naomi, I do not want to take away Naomi from me, I would be very, very sad, but can I have like a little, like, a book version that was like Dee's life to this point? I really, really loved that, and I didn't expect that. I worry that if Naomi finds out they know each other, that they've worked together, that it could shake her faith in Dee, because I've really enjoyed that so far, that she is very emotionally honest with him. She is yes, sometimes she still goes off and does something sneaky, but then she comes to him and she's like, so I did a sneaky thing. I love that he's able to truly help her deal with her emotions and her fears, and that she just trusts him completely, and I don't want that to be tarnished. But finding out more about them, or that potentially the love of his life is alive, I kind of wondered if maybe that would be the case. Also finding out, you know, that his species it's not like he's just comes from a race of peaceful, meditating people. That is something he's had to teach himself, and something he's had to do. Now, if this show says, by the way, Dee's actually secretly evil, I would be very, very mad, because I have grown attached to this man, and the fact that he's, you know, taught himself, learn and grown and become someone that is able to take the softer approach sometimes. I respect that so much. You know, when something, this planet's made you soft. You mean he's grown as a person and realised that the way he was raised isn't the only way. Funny if only some more right-wing people would do that. But no, it makes me really, really respect him going forwards, but I'm also stressed. So yeah, this show, I absolutely love it. Every episode, I'm like, oh, I love Naomi, I'm excited. And then it finishes and I'm like, oh my god, I love Naomi. I love this show so much. Naomi is a fantastic main character and I'm so excited to see where they go next. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, and thank you so much for watching.